Hi, this is Maggie. I'm just doing transits for all the signs for April 2018. Happy birthday, Aries, and happy birthday, Taurus, as well, because it will, the sun will go into Taurus on the 20th. Yeah, leave Aries and go into Taurus. So happy birthday, Aries and Taurus. But we begin with Aries, the sun in Aries. It's a great month. It's for Aries, of course, it's spring equinox. So it begins with Sun in Aries. Mercury is retrograde, I believe, in Aries. 11 degrees. And yes, it is retrograde in Aries. Chiron is just going into Aries. That's a separate issue all itself. Everyone is talking about that right now, but it's still in Pisces, 29 degrees. It still is in Pisces. So Chiron is an asteroid. It's the wounded healer. It's half centaur, half human, half horse, half human. The Greek mythology, Greek and Roman mythology. So basically, it's like inner wounding. In Pisces that Aries has been dealing with. So moving into its own sign, that's that it will be about 7 years. But anyway, this is supposed to be about all the signs, but Aries is first. So and it just happens to have a lot of planets. Well, it's April, of course. So if you have the ascendant in Aries or the moon in Aries or any planets in Aries, it's just fiery energy for you, and it's on. In this particular chart I cast, it's just the traditional wheel, so the energy is up in the 10th house. Actually it is all about career, pretty much. Career, how you're seen in the public eye, or just, that is what's going on for Aries. A lot of communication. It's Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, is in Aries, so a lot of communication comes very easily to you, but it is retrograde, so you could be misunderstood or misinterpreted, or you may have to do it over, or you may not hear something correctly, and so maybe try not to argue about it. Or, if you're wrong, just, maybe admit it. So sometimes mistakes in communication will definitely come up because Aries tends to blurt things out. So for Taurus, it's your month as well. Happy birthday. Venus, your ruler, is in your own sign. So that is just Venusian beauty and blessing upon you. It's just like May, spring, April and May. I think of Taurus, I think of May. It's an earth sign, so it's Taurus loves luxury and the finer things in life. So just Taurus will probably be indulging shopping spree, or just rich foods, desserts, drinks, or beautifying your surroundings, because Taurus just absolutely loves the finer things in life. And with your ruler there, also, if you're a singer, it does rule the throat. So with Aries, it's ruled by the head. So they're very headstrong and sometimes very argumentative. So to backtrack with Aries, its ruler, Aries ruler, Mars is in Capricorn. So we'll talk more about that later. But Taurus, Venus in Taurus is just beautiful. And if you are a singer, or if you are in the arts, or I mean, you don't have to be. If you just want to beautify your house or your garden or yourself, adorn yourself, with some just a new item. try try not to go on a major spending spree, because Taurus is all about material assets and money. It rules the second house traditionally. So things look really good for you, Taurus, especially with Venus in your sign. You just want to look good. You feel good when Venus is on your, if you have Taurus ascendant or Taurus moon, it's just powers of attraction when you have Venus there. So your ruler is just right there. Venus is just right there in your sign, so feel good. Feel good, indulge, and just, spread your energy around, Try not to overspend, though. There will be a tendency to overindulge and overspend, definitely. But you will look good. You will definitely look good. And you will sound beautiful, too. I mean, it rules the voice, so you may have a very soothing voice, or if you're a singer, or you do poetry or anything, or any of the arts, that Venus will definitely help to beautify that. So for Gemini for April, your ruler is Mercury, and it's in Aries. So if you, there will definitely be a lot of direct communication. So if you're Gemini with, say, an Aries ascendant or Aries moon, or your communication will be very, very direct, because they are in Aries right now. So for Gemini, there are no planets there, and I really don't see any aspects. I'm just going to do the dynamic aspects. So for April, this just shows Gemini in the 12th house. So I'm just looking for your ruler, and your ruler is in Aries. So you will want to, you may want to spar a little bit, it will definitely help you to win arguments. I mean, you won't need any help, actually. Your communication will be a lot more direct. However, your ruler, Mercury, is retrograde, so it will definitely affect you because it's your ruler. So just be very careful in your communication, or you may mishear something perhaps and get into an argument about it, because Aries likes to argue sometimes. So just, there may be some misunderstandings because of communication, or just mistakes, breakdowns in communication are possible. All those things, because your ruler is in fire sign Aries and it's retrograde. So just be aware of that, but be your usual social, gregarious self. As an air sign, you're very quick mentally, you're way ahead of everyone else, and extremely, extremely social. And because Gemini and Aries are in sextile to each other, they're very harmonious aspect, it's really good for Geminis to socialize and just to be their communicative selves. Cancer. For Cancers, I would look for your moon, which is in Scorpio. So I'm not really doing the house system. Your moon is in Scorpio, 27 degrees. I believe the new moon's going to be in Scorpio. And Jupiter's in Scorpio as well. So that's very deep water. So Cancers have been feeling especially sensitive and very extremely emotional, intuitive, but very, very, very sensitive. And that's just because of this huge grand water trine going on, that's been going on. And it can be very nurturing and sensitive and nice, but it can also be, kind of retching emotionally, especially if you're going through stuff. Um, so the sensitivity will continue for you, Cancer, because the moon is, the new moon will be in Scorpio. So maybe there will be new beginnings for you emotionally, and Jupiter is in Scorpio as well, expanding the emotions and the intuition. So really listen to your intuition. Things are happening for you on so many deep levels, and could be very good luck too, because Jupiter is the planet of good fortune. You may have good fortune just through word of mouth about money. Neptune is involved in this trine as well. Neptune in Pisces is just like a receptor, so all the water signs just very extremely intuitive and psychic and just receptive, very receptive. So it's looking good for you, Cancer. It's looking very good for you. Leo, the North Node it's all about the North Node since the solar eclipse last year. And there was a partial lunar eclipse, and so it's been all about Leo. Leo loves to be the center of attention, and it's all about self-expression. So with the North Node in Leo, you continue to refine expressing yourself, or with this, well, it's 13 degrees. North Node is 13 degrees Leo, so it's all about self-expression, drama, being a leader, maybe redefining yourself somehow. So the North Node is who are you striving to become? Maybe you're starting a new career in drama or something. That would be very, very good for you. And it's opposed to Aquarius, so the eclipse was, or both of them were. So the focus is still on your North Node. So Sun in Leo, North Node in Leo. For you is all about self-expression. Children, creativity, and leadership. Virgo, for you, your ruler is joint ruler with Gemini, is Mercury, and it's retrograde. So with you, with your very strong analytical powers, your joint ruler is in Aries, so your communication will be very direct and sharp, and, quick-witted, sudden, bright. However, Virgo, you're Earth sign, and so you're very different from Gemini. Geminis are very quick. Their mental abilities with Mercury are just very quick and sharp and social, more social, I think. And they can have, the ups and downs of the twins, whereas your dual ruler, Mercury, with Virgo, just your analytical powers are just so strong. It's just a whole different level of communication, the way Mercury impacts, your ruler impacts you. So, just, for you, just as fastidious as you are with details, you probably love reviewing and editing and going over things anyway because your attention to detail is so fastidious. So just be aware of errors and mistakes and just correct them. And while Mercury's retrograde, and yeah, just review, revise, and go over things. So, and when the sun goes into Taurus and Venus is in Taurus, it's good for all the earth signs. And, it's in trine to Virgo and Capricorn. So that's a positive. That's a positive. And so, if you can, just, stick your feet in the dirt. Yeah, I don't know. Or just, my sister's a Virgo. She's a doctor, but she'd rather be gardening. That's her passion. But her analytical powers are just off the charts. So, yeah, very, very quick. Libra has the opposition with Aries, so it's the polarity to Aries. Aries is the individual, and the Sun and Mercury are in Aries, so the polarity is Libra. Libras are very social, and it's all about partnership and the other, socializing and beauty and the arts and harmony, and So if you have any planets in Libra, or they're in opposition to Aries, which can be challenging. It can be challenging, but it just makes you try harder. So you do have the Sun and Mercury, the planet of communication, retrograde, opposing your sign in Libra. So that would affect partnerships, communication in partnerships, and personal relations. So just, just be sensitive to that, your communication and your personal relationships. You may, because it is in opposition to Aries, you may blurt something out that or mishear something. So the focus with you is always on personal relationships. I mean, Libra absolutely almost just has such a need to be in personal relationships. And if you're not in one, then maybe get a pet or a plant, because it's all about the other. Aries is about the individual, Libra is about the other. It's all about the other. So, and it doesn't have to be, a partnership. It could be any personal relationship. Scorpio, it's all about you, Scorpio, with Jupiter. Your Jupiter return has just been so fortunate. It's still going very strong, expanding possibilities for you, expanding your intuition, your sensitivity, bringing good fortune and money to you, because it, there may be some traveling too, or because it's Jupiter is in trine to Neptune, and Jupiter is co-ruler of, along with Neptune of Pisces. So there may be some international travel for you, or interaction, with foreigners somehow. And because the new moon will be in Scorpio, as well as Jupiter will remain in your sign until your birthday, till like Halloweenish. So it's just wonderful to have a Jupiter return, because it's a whole year of good luck, expansion, feeling good. I mean, you'd much rather have Jupiter on your sun than maybe Saturn on your sun, because Jupiter is a lot more fun. It's not so serious. It's the ruler of Sagittarius, so it loves to eat and drink and do everything to excess. So that could perhaps be a problem for you. Scorpio is, yeah, I mean, if you have any addictions, it could really trigger those. But you are extremely psychic and sensitive and intuitive. And this is the time for you if you wanted to go into any of the like healing arts or whatever you want to do. This is your time because you are so powerful, and your ruler your ruler is in Capricorn. Powerhouse Capricorn, it's career, it's I don't know what house it's in for you, but Capricorn is a material asset. Capricorns, as a rule, they say they climb the ladder to success. So that's where your ruler is. And your co-ruler, Mars is. Where did Mars go? Oh, Mars went into Capricorn. Yeah, well, no, Mars is still in Sagittarius. So, yeah, because Mars is in Sagittarius, it's going into Capricorn. And let's make sure. Yeah, so Mars is 8 degrees Capricorn. So where I was going with this is the travel theme, the international. You could be like an interpreter or, a spy. That would be a great career. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I was just sort of elaborating on your rulers. Pluto and Mars are both your rulers, Scorpio. So Pluto, one of your rulers, is in Capricorn, and Mars just moved into Capricorn. So there is a showdown in Capricorn. So, for you, Scorpio, it would depend, where Capricorn is in your chart, what area of life it would affect you. But you've got it going on. You have it going on, and it just feels good. It feels good with Jupiter and the moon in Scorpio. So Sagittarius, you're feeling good too because it's in trine to Aries. It's a beautiful, all the fire signs. Leo's feeling good. Aries and Sagittarius are they're all trine, and they're just feeling in their element, with the exception of Leo is actually opposed to Aquarius, but still, it's still fire. All the fire signs get on with each other, basically, so it's good for Leo. Sagittarius, your ruler, is in Scorpio. They just left Sagittarius, so there has been so much international. You may have moved, you may have traveling is just off the charts for you. It's really hard for you to not travel, and especially Mars is just leaving there. But yeah, and your ruler Jupiter is in Scorpio, so that would give intense communication, passionate communication about international affairs and maybe politics, the law, teaching. School shootings are definitely up, and that happened when Mars was in your sign in Sagittarius. I know there are other events going on in the world, but that just comes to mind because it will, one of the things that are associated with Sagittarius are education, law, and the first thing, of course, is travel international um, and belief systems. Your belief systems have just totally changed, or may still be in the process of changing, because Saturn just left your sign. It was like 2.5 to 3 years in your sign, just really changing your whole value system, your whole belief system. Maybe there was a big international move, and now it's all being finalized. So, but the trine, with Aries, with the Sun in Aries and Mercury retrograde in Aries, you too, everyone, just be aware of communication, all month. So, Sagittarius, I see you with Capricorn, with a showdown, because Saturn just left your sign, so it did a lot of work in your sign the last 2.5, 3 years, and Saturn is only 8 degrees Capricorn, so there's a showdown. There's just so much going on in Capricorn, and so Sagittarius is still feeling the effects of all these changed beliefs and value systems and everything. So at the same time that you're feeling the trine energy, with all the other fire signs, and you want to travel, it is definitely lightening up for you, since Saturn is off your sun. It always lightens up because Saturn is so serious, and it's dead serious now. So and Mars really gave you energy. Mars is the ruler of Aries, so it just gave you enormous energy and ambition and drive to strive for your future goals, or to figure out what they are, since Saturn just left your sign and restructured everything. So now you may be traveling, trying to figure things out, or So anyway, Capricorn, it's really going on for you this month. For years, it's been going on for you. Pluto has been transiting your sign, and Pluto on your sun, or if you have a Capricorn ascendant or Capricorn moon, it's really been enormous changes for you and transformations. And now Saturn is in Capricorn as well, but Saturn's the ruler of Capricorn. So Saturn hopefully will help to rebuild. There's just been so many massive changes because Pluto tears down for the purpose of rebuilding. I mean, some Capricorns I know, they lost their parents, or they were diagnosed with some illness, or they almost had to move to Spain, or just their whole life has been turned around in some way, and is still in the process of transformation. And with Saturn there, you may be feeling some restriction or limitation. You may be feeling limited or confined in some way. And now Mars is joining as well. So you have two powerhouse outer planets. Saturn will be on your sun or on your ascendant or on your moon. Well, the moon moves very fast, but Saturn will be there for 3 years, 2.5 to 3 years. So you are not going to be the same person you were in about 2.5 to 3 years. And, your career may totally change. yourself may totally change. Yeah, just enormous changes for you. Anyway, Mars just went into Capricorn, so Mars is helping Saturn to rebuild what Pluto has maybe eliminated from your life, torn down, transformed. Maybe you're going through some deep, deep pain. So your ruler in Capricorn will give you patience and endurance and fortitude to carry on, and there may be some very serious, could be maybe a little depression going on, but Mars comes to the rescue, and Mars is going to really, well, actually Mars is squaring Aries, and Mercury, so it's just a very, very challenging years, of time for Capricorn. So just hang in there. Mars is going to help to rebuild and it's going to give you energy through this challenging aspect to Aries, to rebuild, or to adapt, or whatever you need it for, because Mars is the initiator. It's initiative, it's will, it's strong will. Maybe you've lost some of your initiative or drive or will, or just, maybe you've been feeling a little hopeless, or Mars will reinvigorate you and just give you a new life, help you to carry on and get past all these massive, massive changes you've been going through. So, yeah. So all the best to you Capricornians out there. Just hang in there. There's just a showdown going on in your sign, and I really feel for you. All the stuff I can imagine you're all going through, but this too shall pass. Yeah, this too shall pass, and enormous change. I mean, change is good. We all need change. It can be very, very painful, though. And Capricorn, you can see all this stuff going on a government level, and just picture that going on in the individual Capricornian's life. It's massive, massive changes. So all the best to you, Capricorns, in your healing process, your rebuilding process. And Mars will help you. It will definitely help you. It will be there for about 6 weeks. So use this Mars energy for communication, for reform, for energy for challenges, to overcome. It's because it's drive, fire energy. So Aquarius for you, for you, the North Node in Leo is opposed your, that's your opposition. So for Aquarians, and they're in sextile, a flowing harmonious aspect to Aries. So it's very good for Aquarians. Very good energy, very positive flow, easy flowing aspect. Aries and Aquarius, they're in sextile to each other. So actually they make very good partners. If you're looking for a relationship, you're an Aquarius, Aries, Aquarius. Just, I don't know. Sometimes they almost seem like soulmates, because they do have that harmonious flow. So, so your ruler Uranus. Uranus and Saturn are your esoteric rulers. So I'm going to look at both of them. So Uranus is still in Aries, you know, changing. Yeah, changing. And so you may be, you know, more esoteric than ever, or, you know, just new inventions, your originality and creativity and originality are just very extremely strong with your ruler in pioneering Aries. You're pioneering new paths, whatever it is that you're doing. You know, excuse me. So Pisces, Neptune in Pisces. Back to Aquarius. You're in trine to Gemini, and you know all the air signs: Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra are the triplicities in there. They're mental, but with Aquarius, it's all about friendships. You know, friendships, social life. They're such humanitarians, and so with your ruler in Aries, you're out there changing things. You could change the world. You could change the world right now. You know, with that Uranian energy and positive flow to your sun sign or your ascendant. And Lord knows there's a lot that needs to be changed. Or you could create something, you know, create some new patent or rocket or electronics. You know, Aquarians, they can be geniuses sometimes. So Pisces, onto you Pisces, 12th house. It's all about the 12th house with Neptune there, your ruler. You're just a psychic sponge and you're just making beautiful music. You're so imaginative and, you know, just dreamy, otherworldly, you know. Listening to beautiful music, though, I think would really soothe your soul. Or if you're involved in any of the arts, meditation, solitude is good for you as well. But Neptune and travel too. You may be traveling as well because Neptune, Neptune can be co-ruler with Jupiter of Pisces. So, and you're just extremely psychic because Neptune in Pisces is still in trine with Jupiter, expanding your abilities to make beautiful music or to, however you're using your Neptune, it is so incredibly powerful. You just, I don't know. I was going to say you have no idea how powerful it is, but I'm sure you do. But extremely powerful. And adding to that psychic power or musical power, whatever it is that you do, charitable, humanitarian work perhaps, you have Jupiter expanding it because it's in trine to Jupiter in Scorpio. So that's water. They're both extremely deep water. So it's very, very good for you. Yeah, I mean, you're bringing in a whole renaissance, Pisces. You really are. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you do, please like and subscribe. And happy April to you. Happy spring equinox. And happy Easter. Okay, bye.